Hello everyone, and welcome, finally, to the second devlog of Hello Neighbor Rebirth. This short little devlog is just gonna be talking about the house. I might include some things, like, for the future of the fan game. But, for now, this is the neighbor's house that I have constructed so far. It's not entirely finished. I'd say it's more like 75% finished. Obviously the fence isn't fully done and the grass is all messed up, and I haven't even finished the player house. But I've added a lot for the neighbor's house. Now, majority of the things, like you'll see the cupboards or cabinets, do not have like doors or whatever, but you'll see like that doesn't have a thing. But you can pick up boxes, you can throw them places. And now I have actually shown quite a bit of the rooms in our Discord, so if you want to join that, you can. This is the neighbor's like bedroom and workplace and whatever. And the one issue with Windows, for some reason, like out of random, like I don't know what's causing it, but sometimes they don't like play the animation depending on how you throw stuff. I don't know why, but someone told me this was pretty close to the camera, so I'm gonna be changing that. But yeah, as you can see, the reticle is there. That's automatically like that. It doesn't do it with the doors, and you also have to see with doors they don't have any noise. I haven't added that yet because I just haven't. So we'll come back in here, and this is the neighbor's TV living room. You also see the neighbor out there and there. The neighbor has no AI. He has none at all. All he is doing right now is just standing here with this weird animation. And there's one right here. I have a little mug. It didn't break the window. Yeah, see, it just did it on its own. I don't know why it does that. There's also a flashlight here. I didn't make that. Yeah. And then another thing, majority of the items I've already put down, you can't pick them up. You can't interact with the TV. You can't do all that yet. This is all just being put here as a placeholder until, like I eventually get to the AI, or not the AI, the coding for all the objects. So after I put every item like in the rooms that I want, then I'm gonna get help with the AI of the neighbor, and then after that I'll go and add all the physics for like well, not physics, but interactability with items. Next is the kitchen. Now this shows most obviously the missing cabinets, but as I said, I have not been able to code that in yet. Yeah, this is the kitchen and the dining room. Chair still doesn't break it. That's so beautiful. But just okay, chairs must not break the windows or something. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, this is the little kitchen area. I think this is like the least finished room. Well, besides rooms I haven't worked on, which I will show. This is the bathroom. So it's very different from normal. Usually like the toilet's right here, nothing right here, the sink right here, and then the bathtub right here. I changed it to have the toilet there, and that there, mainly for those windows. Cause let me go get a box real quick, and mainly so this freaking, I don't know. Someone tried Maximal Energy, the dude who made Dark Secrets. He tried to tell me like how to fix this, and I did that thing, but it's still broken. I don't know why, but mainly I have this area open so that you can get to these windows easier. This one isn't as easy, as you can see, but it's all right. Yeah, that's really all for the. Oh, I just saw that the door is. Okay, I'm gonna go fix this after recording, but I just saw that this door is not in the right spot. So glad I did this video, or else I wouldn't have seen that. The next two rooms are the like boiler room and like the generator. This probably is my second favorite room, just because like it looks so cool. And one of the coolest part I have this pipe just popping out of here. Now, originally I was like, ooh, that's gonna look stupid, but it looks cool. You know, and you guys gotta agree. And then this right here is my favorite room. The whatever you call this area, because it's cluttered and there's stuff falling. Like these look so cool. Candles don't have fire on them yet. But like, you know, the shutters right here, the height here, this, the rail, all this. It looks so cool. This is my favorite room out of them all. So I believe that's all for the downstairs. There's a coat rack here, and oh shoot, wait, can I even fit in this? I don't think I can. Weird. However, I have done one of the coolest parts of my fan game, which is I have added custom rooms. Now you may look at the walls and be like, whoa, that looks very ugly. Yes, I know the wallpaper sticking out. I know the wallpaper looks very stupid, but let's just work with it, alright? Now this room, nothing else has been added, but you know, there's like a window there. These two rooms don't have anything in them yet, so I'm not going to show those off. But as you can see, like there's a roof here. That's not connected all the way. That looks pretty bad. And yeah, I think that's doors don't have collision, by the way. So, I mean, when it's like this, they do, but not when it's open. So I think that's all for the houses. I'll show the player house real quick. All there is just a window and a bed. That's it. Oh yeah, and there's chimneys up there. I don't know why I added that, but you know, why not? Also, I had an issue. I don't know where it is, but I had an issue where every time I loaded the game, one of these boxes would go flying. And I don't know if it's still doing that, but you know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's all for the, you know, entire house. The custom room, like this room, which is right next to here. Here, let me just get a box and show what I mean real quick. Boo. No, you're supposed to break. There we go. The rooms right here are blocked off, so you're not going to be... You can still break the window, but you just can't get into there. And that's the same with... Oh yeah, there's a shed and a cross. I didn't add the grave yet, because you need, like, textures or whatever. And it shouldn't be that hard, but, yeah, this area and this area are blocked off. There are wood planks here, which barricade the children's room, I believe. So yeah, that is all for the house. And yes, this, I can't interact with this, I forgot to mention that. So next, what I need to do for this map is finish the two upper rooms, like that room right there, that room right there, and that room right there. That is all for the rooms that I need to do. Once I finish those rooms, I'm going to start working on the neighbor's AI. Because, well, I'm going to get help too, but why do I have... Oh, wait, that was a box. Wait, I can pick things up through the neighbor. Oh my gosh. I can... I'm just figuring this out. What the heck? Wait, I can just carry him. This is so cool. This is so cool. I never knew this was possible. What the heck? Wait, I can make him go higher too. Can't I? I can... This is so cool. What if I knock over the boxes? What's gonna happen to him? It just moves him over. That is so cool. I just got completely distracted by that. What about the chair? Does... Oh no, I don't think the chair... Oh, no, the chair... The chair kind of, but it's very glitched. Yeah. So, yeah, that's so cool. I just found that out. That's so weird. Anyways, stuff for the future of Rebirth. This house is just a placeholder for the alphas. The house that will be in the full game, which I don't know when that'll be, will be just a very, very custom house of Alpha 2. Basically, my idea for it, I'm gonna try implementing some of it in, the actual alpha houses, but the idea is to kind of make the house similar to what it is in the Hello Neighbor show. At least the house in the first 4 episodes, I think. So that'll mean like a hallway over here. But the issue with, the neighbor house is you can't actually customize a wall. Like this wall, I can't just move this singular wall. That's because the first floor, second floor, and the roof are all their own asset. It's like this whole first floor is one asset, so I can't just change one wall. The only way for me to do that is to use Blender. Have I used Blender before? No. Break this window. Yeah, I love that so much. So that is what the house in the future is going to be. This house is just going to be a placeholder for me to test things, specifically Mr. Neighbor guy here. Now, this, single 2-floor house isn't going to be the only house in the full game. I am going to have custom houses for each act. The game is going to progress very similarly as it does in the official game, the real Hello Neighbor. So expect it like that. I mean, alternative reality does that. So Act 1, you're breaking into a tiny house. Act 2, you're escaping from the neighbor's house in the basement. But Act 3, it's a massive 10-story house. That's basically how mine's gonna be. It's gonna be just like the real game, except there will be a different story. It'll be similar to the official story of Hello Neighbor, but it's gonna be in my own view. All right. Also, the art style. This for now. Oh yeah, there's this crowbar and a key. There's supposed to be a lock, but it's like corrupted or something. So I don't know what's up with a lock, bro. But the art style, that will be a big thing. Most people love the old style. Some people like the new style. Now, as you can see with this house, it's mainly the old style, just with, the Alpha 2 house. However, my fan game, I want it to be a mix art style. Kind of where on the outside, you see this house, it kind of looks all, jubbly and bright. But when you go on the inside, it's dark, really dark. You got the normal boxes like this, you got stuff like this, and it's just, once you get into the basement, that's when everything, that's kind of like the old style. On the outside, everything's the, new style. But on the inside, it's old art. So that's kind of my plan for this. Because I really don't like everything just looking bland and just, this box, it's just bland. It's a box. And the full game, it's still, it's got uniqueness, except it's just kind of kitty, So that's the main thing about art style. Now, how many alpha builds there will be? I have planned at least 3 alphas. Alpha 1, which is going to be exactly what you're seeing right now, just, more polished stuff, it'll be the early days of the neighbor's AI. Alpha 2, that's going to be a bit more of a unique house, just expanding on the neighbor's AI too. And then Alpha 3 is going to be like, kind of how I want it to be in the full game, but of course without a custom model. It's just going to be the Why does that happen? Is this piece of wood, oh, that wood's like slightly bigger than this wall. That is weird. But yeah, the custom house won't be, really shown out through this. Like, one thing I do want to add is a back entrance right here. That is the main thing I want to add for these alphas. That'll be included in Alpha 2. Because I didn't know you had to use Blender, and, you know, I kind of am, you know, too lazy to do all that over again, so... Yeah, once Alpha 1 comes out, that's when I'm gonna, you know, put into focus on the customization of the place. Speaking of, like, customization, or the Neighbors AI, that's what I meant. Speaking of the Neighbors AI, what's gonna make this this fan game so special? Well, I have something planned for this idiot's AI. I'm not gonna say what it is. All I'll say is, it'll be something similar to the intro of the very first episode of Welcome to Ravenbrooks. That is my main idea, but more expanded upon. You know, because this idiot, he needs something unique. Anyways, I think that will be all for this devlog. If there is anything else you want to ask, then go right on ahead. I will Excuse me? What? How did that happen? It just flung me. That's my game's first fling. I'm already so happy. It's already glitching out. Anyways, if you do want to ask anything about the game, you know, depending on the question, I will gladly answer it. Next devlog will probably be like right before this alpha releases, like, you know, maybe it'll be release day for this devlog. So yeah, if you do want to hear more, you know, more like in-depth stuff about this mod, join my Discord, because anytime I work on this it's a fan game. Anytime I work on this fan game, I do talk about it in the Discord, you know, not a lot, but if you do want to just, you know, check some stuff out, then go right on ahead. So that should be really all for this devlog. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all excited for the future of Hello Neighbor Rebirth. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye, good night, and God bless.